Karl Klauberg, who was an esteemed gynecologist at the time, was given Block 10 at Auschwitz to further his sterilization techniques and also participate in another of Himmler's projects. With hundreds of Jewish women now at his disposal, Karl Klauberg set about developing a way to sterilize as many people as possible with the minimum time and effort. One non-surgical method of sterilization involved using a caustic substance on the female reproductive organs. After applying the substance, the caustic chemical would cause catastrophic inflammation in the tissues and inevitably excruciating pain for the victim of such degenerate practices. The aim of this experiment was simple: to cause ghastly lesions in the fallopian tubes which would obstruct any fertile material, thus rendering the victim infertile. These procedures were carried out in a brutal way. Complications were frequent, including peritonitis and hemorrhages from the reproductive tract, leading to high fever and sepsis. Multiple organ failure and death frequently followed. While some of the Klauberg's Jewish patients died in this way, others were deliberately put to death so that autopsies could be carried out. When he was talking with Himmler by letter, Klauberg would refer to the Jewish women test subjects as the human material to be provided. The X-ray sterilization experiments Klauberg undertook at Auschwitz were mainly conducted on Jewish men. 420 were initially drafted in for the test, and 188 of them were irradiated and then castrated. As the test progressed, over 1,000 men would succumb to the practices of Karl Klauberg and his X-ray sterilization experiments. Out of these, only 100 would survive. Klauberg was arrested by Soviet authorities and was tried and sentenced to 25 years of imprisonment for his crimes related to sterilization experiments in the camps. He was released in 1955 as a part of German-Soviet repatriation agreement. Rearrested by German police, Klauberg died before his trial began in 1957. The testimonies of the survivors remind us, and to future generations, what it was like to be a Jew during the Holocaust. Some voices were silenced by gunshots, by bayonet stabbings, by burning ghetto or the gas chambers. Other voices were silenced by torturous living conditions where starvation, disease and psychological warfare were rife. But the voices of men and women who wrote diaries or who recorded their stories in audio or video will continue to speak to future generations even after they have left this earth. These testimonies help us to believe that these unbelievable horrors actually occurred, despite the Holocaust deniers who are not ready to face these uncomfortable facts. For those who survived and for those who didn't survive, their voices will speak and echo down the generations.